All right, what's up, everybody? This is Casey Price back to do another Star Wars unboxing. And I got this guy recently. That's not the unboxing we're going to be doing today because he's already out. My dad and I have been doing some weathering and stuff on R2, but this day is not about R2 yet. I'll do a video on him soon. This is about this. Boom, baby. Sheesh. Darth Vader, New Hope, EFX helmet. Very excited to open this bad boy up. I'm going to open him up and I'm going to compare him to the Black Series 2022 Darth Vader helmet. Alright, there is a little bit of tape on this bad boy. So how am I going to get it open? You guessed it. Darth Vader's lightsaber, of course. Awesome. Here he is. Darth Vader, A New Hope EFX. Wow, look at that guy. Wow. Crazy. Look how cool that looks. That is so awesome. Let me get it a little bit closer. So this is A New Hope. You know, this is the original Star Wars 1977 mold. So it has the, they talk about even now when they make new Darth Vader helmets that they still have to do this. Like, geometrically, it's actually inaccurate, but that's part of Darth Vader's charm. Is something about it is off and it's unsettling. Like when they 3D printed the newer helmets in the newer Obi-Wan Kenobi series, they talked about how it was too perfect and it didn't look right. The offness in this area is what makes him so menacing, because it's off. It's a little off and unsettling. So yeah, the biggest difference I can already tell you from the two different type of helmets is just the depth here and the width there on the helmet right there. So yeah, I'll get the other helmet here in a moment. Look at it, but just look at that. Wow. Oh, wow. Alright, so now's the time to look at the differences. Here is the Black Series helmet, the 2022 edition from Obi-Wan Kenobi. And here is the EFX helmet. So when putting them side by side, to me it's just, I always act like, oh, this helmet's so great and everything. It's so amazing and all that. There's no way it's that inaccurate. But I mean, when you look at them side by side, it's, at least to me, it's pretty obvious the difference in style and build and the way it looks. Now I will say that nothing about this more expensive helmet feels any sturdier. It actually feels thinner and like it almost feels kind of scary when you're putting it on, because you're like, am I going to break this thing? Because it's so thin. But I kind of had that same experience with the EFX Boba Fett helmet as compared to the Hasbro one. The Hasbro ones, where they're making with like a thick plastic, they feel maybe a little bit sturdier. But just accuracy-wise, this is insane in comparison. All right, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tops off the helmets now. So one thing that makes the Hasbro helmet cool is that it has a lot of like intricate things inside of it, like this, to look like, oh, he's taking his helmet off. And also, one thing a lot of people don't realize is that Darth Vader's face is actually a gunsmoke silver. It's not black. The top of the helmet is what makes it look black. So even in this version, even in the EFX version, it's more of a silver paint, like a gunsmoke silver. But this is more of like what they would have used. This is supposed to be like exactly like what they would have used when filming the movie. So this is what it looks like. It has this big circle to hold the cap on properly. And then later they did this in the other movies to show what the helmet looks like underneath. So it has all this. So that's the one thing that Black Series one definitely has going for, is it has all this cool detail, which this one does not. It's just very basic, and it's one piece right here. Whereas the Black Series one, the Black Series helmet here is actually, it comes apart right there. The Black Series helmet actually comes apart. But a negative for me about this is because it comes apart, it squeezes on my cheekbones and I can't wear it. It's giant on other people, but I cannot wear the Black Series helmet. Even though I love the design. Even on the inside, it has design pieces to look like realistic, like the movies. But it's just that the full scale of everything just doesn't match. But then the Black Series one comes apart and does this. So I really think that that's super cool. But yeah, so that's the Black Series helmet. But here's one of the big differences lies. So that's the Black Series top piece, right? And here is the EFX top piece. And if you put them side by side, they are drastically different in size. It is much taller and wider in the back than the Black Series one is. Black Series one is nowhere near the size. So that's what ends up making it look inaccurate. And the Black Series one, even though they made the face look more realistic, the helmet is still about the same on top. So there's just a drastic size difference that ends up, sorry, I've got a little bit of a mess where we're doing, working on R2D2 and everything, getting him ready. I've still got one more piece I got to put back up on his top there I've got to fix. But yeah, so the studio's a little bit of a mess. But anyway, there's just a drastic size difference there. So all in all, the EFX helmet, I've got to hang it up here now, is the better helmet. But for the price point, I still think, for all this detail alone, the Black Series one is pretty cool. Even maybe if you got the Black Series one and was able to make yourself a helmet a little bit bigger. It's all depending on your price point. Now, I got a shout out to my band's old bass player, Brooke. She is the one who actually, her and her dad discovered this Darth Vader helmet at an antique shop in Wytheville, and it was sold for much less than it's worth. Like, I was actually shocked how much they were selling it for. I still paid more than a Black Series helmet, but the price point on this helmet is a lot more than I paid for it. So I went and checked it out and made sure everything was legit on it, and it was. So I'm very excited about that. So for the price point, this is the Black Series helmet. It is a nice helmet to have. Side profiles are cool. Without the top, it's cool. But when you stretch it out, the wings on the side span just look wrong. But when you look at that, it's just, that's Darth Vader, you know. That's Darth Vader. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless.